Good job. Good job. I started with like MMA style jiu-jitsu or American jiu-jitsu when I was 15. And I put the gi on in about 2003, really serious, like trained gi. And I took some time off to go to college. And I kind of trained for a few years, but I was kind of like off for a while. A lot of people might see this and they're like, why do you got a brown belt on? Because I'm a brown belt in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. You know, I should have been a black belt right now, but because of life, pulled me away a little bit, trying to stop that. And then now that I don't really have an instructor per se over me right now, I'm kind of stuck here for a while, which is fine. I don't really care about this anymore. I fought, I won, knocked out people, choked people, I lost, I've done tournaments, I've done all the proving I need to do. So now I feel like I can share my knowledge with you guys and other people as an instructor with all my experience now. Since I've been a brown belt, I've given out 3 blue belts. Those 3 blue belts I trained from pretty much like, kind of like the beginning. They had a little training here and there from another school, but I put a lot of time, like years, a year or 2 within those guys, and they made them very good blue belts. Very good blue belts. I believe that sometimes the blue belt can be one of the more important belts because blue belt is where you have learned your foundations of jiu-jitsu. Foundations meaning the building blocks for the rest of your travel through jiu-jitsu. But I'll say this. I've seen a lot of blue belts from a lot of schools, and a lot of times they may be able to grapple at a blue belt level, but sometimes their knowledge level isn't there. Put them in a headlock and be like, well, how do you defend yourself against a headlock? And they really don't have the good answer anymore because they're doing a lot of sport jiu-jitsu, you know, or like self-defense when you're standing up, you know, or some different position. They're kind of unsure. And so it's hard for me to give somebody a blue belt because I need to make sure you know your foundation. So you give your blue belt and you never see me again, you get a blue belt from me, you know that you learned good foundation, or you know that at least. You understand? So to me this is a very important belt. I've only given out 3. Peter is going to be my 4th blue belt. That is really, truly, I consider I'm giving a blue belt for those reasons. You know? So congratulations, Peter. Come on, buddy. sure this is on the right next time. Okay, congratulations, bro.
Thank you.
All right, well done. When you're looking at a blue belt, or each individual level that you go up in jiu-jitsu, okay? I don't care if you're a guy who hits a flying armbar every single time, and maybe nobody in the world beats you because you hit that flying armbar. You might practice and you hit the flying armbar every day. So essentially, nobody can beat you because of your one move. But if I was to say, hey, you can't do your flying armbar today, and somebody mounts you and you can't get out, you're not well versed. I'm sorry. If I take a one weapon away from you and you can't defend yourself still, that's the piece of the point. You understand? You should be able to defend yourself out of all these situations. Like, how do I get the guy out of mount? How do I get myself out of side mount? If somebody's on my back, how do I get him off? Okay? Eddie's got a little bit more experience. He's a freaky grappler. He was on his back, and yes, he choked Skopis Peter. But that's, the fact that he got beat is not what matters to me. You understand? What matters to me is what he was trying to do. The knowledge he had trying to do it. Because in time, when he gets the same experience, time-wise and training in, he will be able to get out of that. Real simple, like a little extra work. But the fact that he knew, he was putting his shoulders on the mat, trying to scoot over, trying to turn into him, keeping his arm. I mean, he got choked, but, I saw what he was doing. So sometimes it's not about, you got beaten and choked. So what? But he was good in all the other positions. Sweep, arm locks, triangles, he was going for all of it. He was getting out of positions that were bad. So to me, it's about having a fundamental knowledge of being able to defend yourself in all these little small situations. Now, blue belt and above, we can go into advanced stuff. We can start working like more sport jiu-jitsu and play with the gi a lot. You play with the gi from like the blue belt. He trained gi. But the thing is like, the most important thing at blue belt for you to be able to do is smoothly transition and know for certain that you have something to do in every situation in a grappling situation. Even on your feet, defending yourself. And I believe that he's there at that level. You guys understand what I mean? So like I'm really good at this armbar, or I might be really good at this choke, but you suck when somebody takes your back. Like really bad. Like you can't even stop the white belts. And you're not a blue belt. You have to be smooth in transition in all the situations. And you have to be able to maneuver from one thing to another thing to another thing. You miss the armbar, you don't just go back and always try the armbar. You miss the armbar, you try to take the back, you go for a triangle, you go for a sweep, you keep moving, you keep attacking. But you have to be sure about what you're doing. And then that makes you that blue belt level. And then like I said, the next level, purple belt, going up to purple belt, it's a lot more sporty. Because you can start doing tricky stuff and gi stuff. I'll show him stuff all day. He's going to kill people, I guarantee you, with the gi if he wants to train with me. He's going to kill people. Because he's already got the foundation now. So now he's going to learn all the tricks, the gi tricks and such. You know what I mean? So now, and then from here, it's just the building block. This is going up from here. Alright, so just so you guys have a little bit of an idea of what I expect out of a blue belt or that level. If you guys watch Peter roll, you'll see it. And Tommy as well. Tommy's been a blue belt for a while now. He got under Matthews, Andre. So, watch him too, and you'll see what I mean. You guys understand? Yes, sir. And that's a smoothness and transition. Don't look at, I passed his guard today. Well, that means I'm better than him. No, man. It doesn't mean you're better than him if you got armbarred in the last 5 days. You know what I mean? So just look at how smooth all his positions are. I mean, he's pretty good at getting out of this and that and this and that in every little situation. I headlocked him, man, he kind of got on my back and choked me out. That's what you're looking for. The wealth of knowledge of the fundamentals. You guys understand? So it usually takes 8 months to a year and a half, depending on how much you train, how much you pick up to get a blue belt. And then it's 2 more years or so for purple belt, depending on how much you train, competing, and how good you are picking it up. It just takes time in jiu-jitsu. You guys understand? Yes, sir. All right, you can take the keys off, guys, and we'll start doing MMA now. I have some stuff we got to go over.